So this image came across my Facebook page for a second time, and this week I was thinking, oh my gosh, I really want to do that, but then I don't have the jeans, and then I remember, yeah, I do. So I did it. For this project, you will need a ruler, scissors, jeans, pins, thread, marking tools, seam ripper, and that's about it. I started this project out by laying out my jeans and trying to remember what the pin looked like. Using a marking tool, I kind of made a point at the bottom of where the pockets are, a couple inches down, enough that when I turned it over I wouldn't have to worry about losing the pockets, but still keeping the basic shape of a vest. Once I was happy with this, I used some scissors and cut it out. You're going to want to work one side at a time, this way you can use your first side as a pattern for the second, making a mirror image. I fussed around with the front a bit until I was happy, and then I decided to move on to making the back of the vest. I'm going to suggest using the back of one of the legs of your jeans. The back of the vest is going to take a lot of strain, and you don't want to worry about wear and tear that has been previously done to the material. The pin suggests using a rectangular piece of denim as the back. I'm going to be doing this as well because it's the simplest way to do this. The rectangular piece needs to be wide enough that it matches up with the sides of your vest, but also long enough that it can go across your back. I'm going to be using a tank top to find the back measurement. Once I was happy with this, I pinned it down and tried to decide if it would work. I added a couple extra inches to the back because I wasn't too sure about this tank top's fit. I probably should have gone with less. After this, you're going to want to sew your pieces together after pinning them. And then you're going to want to finish your bottom piece and any inside seams that you have. Once this is done, you get to add the top pieces. You're going to want to find something that can go between the seam and the front of the vest and is wide enough to go around your neck. I would suggest using the front of the jeans for this, as well as using both fronts. I mean, I'm not really sure how much I used for this, and that's probably something I should have measured, but unless you're sure about what you're going to be doing, always give yourself a little extra, right? This part takes a lot of fussing, and once you get it right, I suggest using your first piece as a mirror on your second piece. Also remember, normally at the hemline, you have less material to work with, and you may want to put that facing up. Once happy with the product, pin it into place and then sew it. Don't forget to leave a little extra so you can turn over these pieces of the vest when it comes time. Like I'm doing here, this is also a good time to finish any seams that you haven't finished on the back or on the inside. Remember, leave the front unfinished. At this point you should have something like this. Now once again, I forgot to get the measurement for where I cut off on the front. I basically just tried it on, kept everything even, and tried to decide whereabouts on my neck I wanted it. Remember to keep checking the mirror and adjust anything you don't like. I mean anything. At this point I realized I had way too much on the back as well, and I decided to take a little off of that. Once you have a good fit marked, lay out your piece and pin these marks into place. You're going to want to cut off any extra on the neckline. However, I'm going to keep the excess on the back just in case I need to readjust it later. For that, I'm going to be doing the same exact thing that I did on the skirt in my size adjusting video. Once this is done, you should have a product that looks like this. I finished off all seams, and now it is time to turn over the front and make all edges even. You should have a product that looks like this. This project was a lot of fun and pretty easy to do if you have some basic knowledge of sewing. Honestly, I might do it again sometime. I would definitely give this a 4 out of 5 stars to do.